G'day, here we are. I have just finished my show at Kerrang Radio for Tuesday the 16th of March. Yesterday went to the Triumph factory, got to see loads of really cool shiz and pick up a brand new Rocket 3 Roadster, which I'll be on in the next few days. First up today, I'm taking the Suzuki 650 Bandit back to Suzuki in Milton Keynes, and I'm picking up the Gladius, another 600 bike, which again is going to be commuting. So the ride down there, about an hour and 15 minutes, got my heated gloves fitted. It's a beautiful sunny day today, and I remember from when I had the Bandit out obviously last time, and I can tell you about it, it's just a perfect commuter bike, you know, really is. 650 inline 4 engine, obviously naked style as you can see here. It's got an engine that really does want to be revved. It's not going to take your head off. It's cheap. It's just fun. It's economical. And you know what? I've got the onboard HD helmet on, so I'm going to get down there, get some footage. Don't know if I'll be able to do much talking on it because it's quite a long journey. And, well, we'll see how it goes. But then when I get to Suzuki, I'll get the boys down there to give us a talk through the Bandit, and I'll come back on the Gladius. Everyone's a winner. Let's crack on.
Okay then, first things first, getting on the bike. It feels incredibly light and nimble compared to the bikes been reading recently, obviously the VFR, Rocket Roadster, all of those kind of things. I need to get some fuel, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to this. With a 600 engine, you can really give it some and rev it and use all of its potential. So I'm off in the sun. Let's do this. Right then, here we are, approaching Milton Keynes in the glorious sunshine. Couldn't really give you much of a better example. There's area of this bike that's decent. I'm not going to lie, the motorway, I was quite about hard work. Whenever it's got the camera on my head, it's still going above 70 miles an hour. I'm getting a lot of wind buffeting. It really wasn't that pleasant, to be honest with you. Okay, so yeah, motorway speeds, as I say, got a lot of buffering. You want something a bit more fared, but just around town like this, which Milton Keynes roundabouts are a brilliant example of, great. It's a lot of fun, ridiculously fast, and you know, to keep the engine in the right rev range, it's all about doing.
We're here. Suzuki head office in Milton Keynes. Just came down in the Bandit, and it's got to be said, it was quite an enjoyable ride. The situation is still as much as that being 6'3" and it being a completely naked bike when I got above 70, kind of 80 odd. I was getting a lot of pressure on my neck, but that's probably because I've got a camera sticking out the top of my helmet. Hopefully you got some really good onboard footage as well. I was trying to talk you through a lot of it, but probably wind noise and that might be a bit much, so I'm just going to reiterate what I was going to get and the feelings on the bike here. First up, jumping on a bike like this, which is £5,000. It is brilliant. It's a really good bike. It's got so much of what you need, you know. The engine, as I say, it's a 600 inline 4. There's not a million miles of torque on it like you might expect, I don't know, on a bigger bike or on a racier bike. But it's geared really nice to be forgiving, and it is really smooth up through the rev range. You're not going to grab a handful and chuck yourself a wheelie, you know, and lose it in that respect. But it does want to be revved, you know, and it's quite fun. Okay. You're probably looking at it, it's not going to go much more, well, not you want it to with a naked bike, 110, 120, but to get the acceleration through the gears, I've got some nice footage of me on the roundabout here in Milton Keynes showing. This thing is great, you know, it really does want to be ridden. Yeah, it's not a sports bike, it's a commuter. If you want something quicker, you go and pay the money for something quicker, but for what it is, and for the money it is, honestly, you can have a lot of fun on it. And also, for someone, say, for instance, who's passing their test, or as a learner, or getting back into biking, as I say, it's a great kind of reintroduction. back into power and using it well. And to be honest with you, when people complain about these bikes being slow, they're just not riding them enough. You know, you keep the revs up and you keep it in the right gears, you can keep up with most things. Obviously not anything that's just immediately more powerful, but it's a lot of fun. Ride was brilliant, you know, obviously upright position, upright handlebars coming here really wasn't an issue. Brakes again, really, really good. This one, has it got ABS? I can't remember, it has now actually, maybe it hasn't, but seemed to actually perform, and actually, you know, as I say, as an actual chassis, it really, really doesn't mind being chucked around. You'll see in the roundabout section when I came down to Milton Keynes, I got the footage. It really enjoys being thrown about. It's hard when you get on a bike like this because, you know, you start spending more time with it, you get to learn its character. If I'd passed my test, would I want this as a first bike? Yeah, you know, I might do. It's in the same category, the Hornet 600. All of these bikes, they're so good. They really, really are. Obviously, for me, looks-wise, I don't think it's amazing, you know. It's a very basic standard shape, but you're going to get that on a commuter bike. If you had to ride it every day, yeah, very much doable, because it is that comfy and it is that easy to ride. If you're looking for something around that price mark, the 5k, you know, something that's going to be easy to ride, something that's going to let you ride it to pretty much its limit as well, and that's the difference, you know. Ducati 1198, VFR 1200, all these bikes, you're not riding it to your limit because they've got so much power. At least with this, you really are giving it some. You can really let the revs fly out. And, yeah, it's just a lot of fun and it's nimble. I mean, it's a great job to be able to get on a bike on a day like today and just head out and do like an hour and 15-minute run. But obviously, you know, this kind of bike, not ideal for motorways. It's not the worst. You'd prefer to have this in and around town. As soon as I got into Milton Keynes and hit the motorway, I hit the roundabout section, but it's so much more fun. On the motorway, you're just going to sit in there and you kind of, well, you just get bored. But yeah, mate, really, really liked it. I'm going to get now the guys at Suzuki to give us a bit of a talk through it, do a technical chat, get all the pricing, get all the information, deals, things like that are on offer, and we'll crack on. But for now, Suzuki Bandit 650, it's made a great impression, and as I say, looking to get back into biking, just pass the test. This is something you want to test ride, but I would say to anyone, you know, when you have got bikes like this, like the Bandit, they're all good bikes. You're not finding any glaringly massive differences in them, so go and test ride them, because then you'll be able to compare and find the one that's right for you, and I think that's the key with biking. Anyway, I'm heading to Suzuki now, get myself sorted out, and I shall be back out to do the technical chat in a bit.